Is that realistic that we're going to hit late spring? And if so, giddy up.
It's showing early next year, and they're on track for that.
And I would just add, I would so rather build a bunch of cushion into that.
Even the leaders at the Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority are questioning when the express lanes on the MoPac expansion project will actually be complete. They were scheduled to open a year ago under the original plan. One section finally opened last month. And now the new deadline for the rest of the project next spring is facing questions. So KXAN investigator Kevin Schwaller is exploring what it will take to make sure future road projects meant to ease traffic don't get backed up.
The fact that orange barrels are out slows people down a lot, and then the activity on the side of the road.
After 3 years of waiting, Michelle Stevens can now hop on the MoPac Express lane and whiz by rush hour traffic.
Stops traffic. And we're going 65.
The project took the slow road to building the fast lane.
Fix this.
Month by month, construction fell behind.
This is something we obviously try very hard to avoid.
To get a better idea of what happened, we requested emails. In this July message, the executive director of the Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority wrote to the contractor of the MoPac project. He wrote that it was abundantly clear that the contractor, CH2M Hill, grossly underbid the project, leading to extreme problems.
Documents we obtained also show the winning bid from CH2M Hill was nearly $35 million below an engineer's estimate for the project, and about $60 million below the next lowest bidder. The contractor, CH2M, declined to comment for this story. But its financial filings show a list of challenges on the project. Design changes, discovery of harder than expected rock during construction, severe weather delays, worker shortages, and lower than expected productivity. The filings also blame the Mobility Authority for delays leading to higher costs.
Nobody's been more frustrated and impatient about this than I have.
That's the executive director of the Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority, Mike Heiligenstein. In this email, he highlighted the construction atmosphere along MoPac and what he saw as shoddy workmanship shown in these pictures. Not only that, emails we obtained detail turnover in management of the project. From April 2013 through late 2015, top leaders were leaving. CH2M had to name a new project manager 4 times. It had 6 different people fill the construction manager job, and they had 4 different project schedulers.
Delays stretch back to when the original survey work was being done, I believe. And I think that they underestimated the cost of the project. There's no question about that.
To get more answers, we went to someone who examines transportation policy.
I think the company and the Mobility Authority each could have done a better job.
Baruch Feigenbaum is a transportation expert for the free market think tank Reason Foundation. Let's be clear, the organization believes toll roads should be a transportation option, and Feigenbaum doesn't think there's anything unique about the MoPac project. He says Texas law for contracts favors low bids. Still, he believes it's the Mobility Authority's job to thoroughly vet those bids.
If you're the public sector, you're protecting the taxpayers. You've got to be on the lookout for private projects that are maybe too good to be true.
Should that low bid have been a red flag?
I think any bid that's that low is automatically sets off some alarms, and you run the traps on them. We did on that one. We had no reason to believe they couldn't perform.
What happens now is what could change your drive. The Mobility Authority just broke ground on the SH45 Southwest project, and it's working on 183 South, an 8-mile job from US 290 to SH71. Already, Heiligenstein says the authority is doing things differently, accepting the second lowest bid for the 183 project.
I think we've learned here and in other situations that you really have to be careful about the low bid, but you can't just arbitrarily disregard the low bid because it could be valid.
Back on the MoPac project, the Mobility Authority says it's increased oversight and subcontracts where experts in specialized areas are playing bigger roles. Still, even this fan of the express lanes isn't convinced the rest of the project will finish on time.
And seeing how this went versus now it is back there, I seriously doubt it.
For now, mark your calendar for late spring.
The executive director of the Mobility Authority tells us the project is in a better place. In the last board meeting, a presentation showed the entire MoPac project is about 77% complete. Still, one section from Enfield Road to 2222 is just more than halfway finished. And that section is the one highlighted in red right here. Still, one concern raised in the meeting was paving. Temperatures could soon drop too low to pave. And Robert, the Mobility Authority's deputy director, said in that meeting that he's not ruling out the possibility of some main lane closures on MoPac during the daytime to try to keep up with those paving schedules.
And the first weekend of December is supposed to be a real doozy on MoPac. What are you hearing about that?
Well, some people are even calling that the Mopocalypse weekend. The reason Enfield, that exit is going to be closed completely that weekend, and the northbound lanes at that spot are going to be down to just one.
And what about the other project you mentioned in your report, 183 South? What's that timeline looking like?
Well, right now, everything's on schedule.
Kevin, thank you. A closer look now at that project. It broke ground in April and should take about 4 years to complete. The first phase opening in 2019. The second phase 1 year later. But at a recent meeting, the director of engineering did have one concern. It's taking longer than expected to get water and wastewater permits from the city of Austin. One thing that's helping speed up projects like that, though, zip barriers. We first told you last week on KXAN News at 10 how the CTRMA is already using them on the MoPac Expressway project. They say it should speed up completion by several months. The barriers are moved by a machine that lifts them up and slides the barrier over to close a lane so crews can then work on that spot. If you have traffic trouble and think we need to dig into it, email our investigative team at report@kxan.com.